Welcome, everybody, to the SML's 31st Super Bowl. We're going to have a good one on tap. The undefeated 18-0 Washington Redskins going up against the most decorated, the most loud, probably the best, and the GOAT, primetime 000, and the Indianapolis Colts coming off a fantastic season. We got a good one in store for you tonight. Joined up here in the booth with my friend, QB Stud. What's going on?
Hey, man, not too much. Just excited for a great matchup and a great game.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it. It should be really good. About to get kickoff underway here. And, yeah, should be good. So let's check in on the stream. They have not hit start yet, but they're about to. Prime Ready's up. Sunday's just sitting there waiting for our go, and we are ready to rumble here in Super Bowl 31. Great season so far. So let's talk about this matchup. You got the Colts, 15-time champ. You got the Redskins, already in his third Super Bowl in just his third season. Lost one, but won the first one. This is a matchup that a lot of guys are calling maybe one of the best Super Bowls in SML history.
Yeah, so like you said, two very decorated teams just with different bodies of work. I've actually seen a couple of people say in the conversation that the game comes down to matchups, which is true, but some people are calling it a matchup in Prime's favor. So to answer that, just really quick, what would you say Prime's strengths are?
Prime is a very well-rounded player. He does everything very well, and I wouldn't say he has one particular weakness.
I agree, not weakness, but his biggest strengths, in my opinion, are deep passing game and not being afraid to take sacks. To me, that plays directly into Sunday's hands, and I actually have Sunday with a narrow victory in this one.
And there goes Michael Badgley, and we are underway in SML Super Bowl 31. Tremont Smith on the return. Oh, he's got some space. Big return and a juke. One man to beat. Brought down at the 44-yard line of Indianapolis. That's a huge return on the opening kickoff.
And so I believe that's one of his guys he has in his running back rotation. I'd be curious to see if that he's now in here, because that could be a quick injury to your kickoff returner, something you never want to have happen, especially when you can have huge returns like that. So curious to see how he's going to utilize that.
And you are right about that. Tremont Smith in the backfield. Dwayne Haskins out of the pistol formation. Shotgun, dropping back to pass, looking, finds Dante Pettis for a short gain. That's about 3 yards, maybe 4, and that'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Anytime you see McLaurin in the slot, always be looking for a post. Occasionally, he will have a corner out instead, but you have to watch out for him. That guy's a stud, and he's a big play waiting to happen.
Shotgun for Haskins. Tremont Smith still in there. Third straight play after that big return. Haskins dropping back to pass. Got some time looking around. Finds McLaurin for about another 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, so that is one thing that could work out well for Prime. He loves to run that cover 2, and the way that Sunday attacks the levels is he expects to hit a short route outside or a deep route inside. He can obviously user the inside and have the corner take away the short out.
Here's Haskins on 3rd and 4. Empty backfield. Dropping back to pass. Looking deep. Caught, nearly picked off, incomplete. Looking for Terry McLaurin there. That'll bring up a 55-yard field goal attempt. Already in field goal range thanks to that long return on the opening kickoff. And the kick is up, and it is good. The Washington Redskins have taken a 3-0 lead here in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so that was a great job by Prime bouncing back after giving up the long return. Prime is undoubtedly a great user and a very strong defensive player. If he's able to clamp down on the very prolific Redskins offense, that could spell positive things for how he's going to turn out this game.
Jakeem Grant will watch the ball sail over his head, and out will come Andrew Luck for possibly the final time in SML history, one of the most decorated players. And Andrew Luck's going to start this game, maybe the last game of his SML career, with a handoff to Jared Ziegler right side. Nice gain there of about 7.
So I've started to notice during the season, Prime primarily ran inside zone plays to get his rushing attack. He has started to run stretch out of multi-tight end sets. So that's something I would expect Sunday, or really anyone in this big a game to key in on, if you see that stacked tight end set, watch for that stretch strong side.
Here's Ziegler again on second down. He's got the first and much more. That's a gain of about 10.
And so that's a good adjustment because a lot of times he would only run strong plays like halfback dive with Aaron Jones, his backup running back. Having different looks and being able to utilize that is going to be strong. We see he's going to line out in a four-wide formation. I would expect to see inside zone here.
Here's Andrew Luck out of the shotgun, handed it off to Ziegler for the third straight play. Nothing there. Down goes Floyd on the injury, but made the tackle.
So Floyd is Sunday's new X Factor interior rusher. That's a huge loss for him. That's one of his 4 absolute, all-world stud pass rushers. Could alleviate it just a little bit, so we'll see what type of injury that is.
2 running backs in the backfield for Andrew Luck on 2nd and 8. Another inside zone play. There goes Aaron Jones for a first down. Montez Sweat on the tackle.
Yeah, so the vast majority of the time in that 2-back formation, he loves to hand it off to Aaron Jones up the gut. That's more of a power set. He's trying to set up different looks based upon what the defense gives him. He is going to go to that Aaron Jones halfback dive the vast majority of the time out of that formation.
So I think, at least on this side of the ball right now, it's playing right into what Prime is expecting. He hasn't looked around to throw it. And this Redskins team is just okay at stopping the run. They're not great, but they're very good at stopping the pass due to that pass rush. Anyways, here's 1st and 10 for Andrew Luck, dropping back to pass, immediately throws it. There's Hyde with the catch, makes a man miss, fumbles, but still recovered by the tight end. Nearly a very costly mistake there, but anyways, it's a first down for the Colts.
So this is something what I was about to make a point on. It seems to me like Prime has actually prepared for this game and Sunday has not. Sunday will, in those big sets, make his outside linebacker crash down, so that's why he had the immediate pass into that uncovered flats area.
Ziegler gets a handoff again. He's got a big hole up the front, takes a big hit, but gets a first down.
Yeah, he may have been able to hit a spin on that guy to get past him and perhaps get into the end zone. He's just happy there he did not get a fumble. He's got 1st and goal, 7-yard line, absolutely driving on his first drive. Prime's happy.
Luck under center again. Ziegler in the backfield. Ziegler gets the handoff left side and touchdown Colts. The Colts take the lead.
Yeah, so that's one where you want to be careful in situations where you clearly show that you're running a cover 0 blitz just based off of how the safeties lined up. Prime knew immediately the inside was being taken away, so he made sure he stepped up, drew everyone inside, and quickly bounced it out off tackle for the touchdown. You can't do that against great players. They'll capitalize on it just about every time.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's my matchup to watch for this one. You would think it was the defensive line versus the offensive line, but no, I got the running backs versus the linebackers here because I think the Colts are going to look to run often and run a lot. So I think that's your matchup to watch. Tremont Smith with the return to the 26-yard line, not nearly as good as his last return. Redskins coming up with a 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line.
Yeah, that's something that I hate the Madden in-game commentary, but something it does get right is it talks about how blitzes take the defenders outside of their running lanes in containment, and people don't understand that, and Prime took advantage of it there.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's Haskins out of shotgun. Darius Geis now finally sees the field in the Super Bowl. Geis will get the handoff left side. Hole was there for a second or two, but closed up very fast for a gain of 2.
So basically, the way that Prime shifted his defensive line there, he wanted Geis to hit that hole, and he expected either his defensive tackle to be able to fan out and grab him or a linebacker to fill it. You would expect Sunday to be able to adjust off of that, but he fell into the trap, gain of 2.
Haskins on 2nd and 8. He's got McLaurin wide open for a first down.
Yeah, I mentioned the post earlier out of the slot. He will have a seam almost 100% of the time, just in case he sees that cover 3. I'm actually surprised how often Prime has been using cover 3, and I would expect Sunday to continue to exploit it with posts and seams so long as it's being called.
Yeah, Sunday is definitely another player that can just dot up cover 3 and really any coverage if you give him enough time. So here's Haskins on a shotgun on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. There's a big sack, Carl France.
Yeah, so that is the Sunday route combination on the left side there with that post wheel. He actually had it there. For whatever reason, he didn't have Scary Terry in at the post, so maybe he wasn't looking that way. He got the exact look that he normally hits. He just passed on it.
Darius Geis in the backfield with Dwayne Haskins on this 2nd and 19 after the sack. Geis goes in motion to the right. Play clock running down, but they will get it off. Here's Haskins to throw. Got some time. Caught by McLaurin, nearly picked off. Fumble. Recovered by Max Simpkins, the first-round pick. Colts ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he didn't hit the seam there. He did have that tight end, which again is one of the things he's looking for. I guess he just wanted to get a big play out of Scary Terry. Unfortunately, the big play went the other way. And now I would expect Prime to start pounding the rock and really trying to drain the soul out of this Redskins team.
Luck under center after the fumble. Looking around to throw. He'll find Ziegler to the right side, but nothing is there, and he'll go down for a loss. And Ziegler is down on the play.
That could be huge. A big part, kind of like what you mentioned with the matchups of this game plan for the Indianapolis Colts, is going to be to pound that rock, going to have Ziegler have the ball both in the run game and the pass game. We'll see how long he's out.
So Deontay Foreman, the backup, he'll get the handoff left side. Good pickup there of about 5 or 6 yards.
Dante Foreman has not been the backup for the Colts this year. It has been Aaron Jones. Just a little update on the Indianapolis Colts roster situation.
Yeah, that's my bad. That was Aaron Jones, not Deontay Foreman, the longtime backup for the Colts. Aaron Jones, again, this time, he'll get the handoff again. He's got a big hole, and he is going to go. And a shoestring tackle will save it. I think if he didn't put that truck in there, that's a touchdown.
He would have. He was just trying to get the first down. That is a formation of that double A gap blitz that I never want to see that called in a potential run situation because it gets tore up on vertical attacks like that in the run game.
Absolutely. Andrew Luck shushing the crowd as we have finished the first quarter of SML Super Bowl 31. Colts have the ball inside the 10-yard line, already up 7-3. Here's Luck out of the shotgun. Aaron Jones in the backfield looking at 3. It's a big loss on a screenplay there.
Yeah, I think he was just expecting the pass rush to come quick. He knows he's got points in the bag. He's trying not to make mistakes, but that's not really how the Colts generally play. I would expect him to get away from that immediately in this situation.
Here's Luck again looking to throw. He's got Aaron Jones open. Gets back what he lost on the last one, but that's going to bring up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, so that's the way that I attacked the Redskins defense is if nothing opened up quickly, I know that flat's going to be open because he generally sends those outside linebackers out of his his base fronts. So he should have that open to him for that check down just about all day. He's now got 4 yards to go on 3rd down. I would expect to see some drags, maybe some slants, and a whip or a zig route.
Here's Graves, the backup running back, and not much there for 2 yards.
I would have liked that call if he had Ziegler in there. With a 3rd stringer, that's rough. This is Prime. He may choose to go for it, knowing that this is a big game.
If I'm willing to bet he does go for it, but no, he'll bring out Badgley for the field goal attempt.
He's got a scrambler in at holder. Be careful.
Badgley is up, and he is good. The Colts take a field goal and gives them a 7-point lead. Excuse me.
I think the Redskins may have actually ran a safe field goal block defense to where they were prepared for a potential scramble by the holder there. That's a really good look there. Prime does love his field goal fakes. He does love going for it on 4th down. Good adjustment. It was just 3 points. Ultimately, though, we're going to see how Washington responds on offense.
Yeah, that one too deep for Tremont Smith to return. Here's I-form for Dwayne Haskins. Darius Geis in the backfield. Dropping back to pass. He's got some time, and he's got a man caught. Dante Pettis, big gain.
Yeah, so that was a good adjustment. He normally sends McLaurin on those post routes, but because he knows that Prime is going to try to key in on McLaurin, he sent McLaurin on a drag instead to force that Tampa 2 inside defender up and open up the post route. Pettis did secure the catch. That's a big play and another strong drive for the Redskins.
Here's Haskins to throw once again, and he will go down once again. Kamoko Ture.
That's still a good. Honestly, that's going to happen against this Colts defense. Their front 4 is nasty, just as nasty as the Redskins. Good job not forcing the play and getting an interception. Live to play another day.
2nd and 20 for Haskins coming out in 5 wide. He's looking deep, and he's got Pettis again against that cover 3.
Absolutely. So what he has there is he wants to try to hit the seam, so he has as many seam routes as possible, but he knows if all those seams are covered, the drag will 100% be open. He got the look he was looking for, got the first down, and he's driving.
Here's Haskins looking to throw again. He's got Smith open. He makes the catch. Brought down immediately for a gain of about 7.
Yeah, so that's one where Prime read that just a little too late. The Redskins offense does like those angle routes. I would expect him to cut down straight down vertically instead of at an angle there to try to get inside position on the route next time.
Strong eye for Haskins under center. 2nd and 3. 3 minutes left before the half. Here's Geis up the middle. He'll pick up the first down, but not much after that.
Yeah, so if I had to guess, that was probably the zone blitz. Yeah, okay, so anytime you see Prime kind of use that safety and wiggle him down a little bit, especially out of that 46 defense front, I would look for the zone blitz play that he loves to use in running situations. The best way to attack that is just by halfback dive straight up the middle, which is what Washington did, able to convert it into a first down.
So I think what we're seeing out of the Redskins right now is a very up-tempo, maybe not no huddling, but they are running plays back to back to back real fast like that. There goes Crocker in motion. Haskins under center on 1st and 10. Gets the snap off in time. Haskins has a man open on the curl. That's Hawker. I couldn't see the name, but that's a gain of about 5.
I think he felt footsteps there. He had the time, and he would have had the tight end wide open in the end zone for a seam. He probably did not think he had the time. He saw the hook. He took it as a gain of 5 on first down. He's going to be happy with that, but, leaving points on the board there.
That was Waters, the tight end, with the reception. Here's 2nd and 5 now for the Redskins inside the red zone. Haskins has a man. McLaurin will pick up the first down. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning here in SML Super Bowl 31.
Yeah, so that was just a situation where he took the check down. You're okay with that. You still got the first down. Now, this is a long 1st and goal at the 10-yard line, so you would expect him to try to attack early vertically in the pass game. Maybe on 2nd down, hit a run to make 3rd down more manageable, but you have to be aggressive here.
Here's Haskins. Keep an eye on the wide receiver quick. Here comes McLaurin across the field, and he'll get the reception. Nothing there. 2-yard gain.
Yeah, so that's really not exactly what I would have looked for in that situation. I understand that's a run that you're trying to be a little bit more aggressive with. You have to try to hit points, though, wide open while you have a large field, because when you're at, 3rd and 4 or 2nd and 5, those situations, the windows aren't as large, so take advantage of them while you can, because they're going to be bearing down on this Washington offense now.
Here's 2nd and 8 for Haskins, dropping back to pass, looking, picked off, Alfonso Merritt. And a return up to the 16-yard line. Costly mistake there for the Redskins.
Yeah, I praised him earlier for not forcing a pass when there was nothing there. This time he just tried a crossing route over the middle, which is dangerous when you have good users. Really, he just saw nothing there. He tried to force it to McLaurin. He panicked, and he paid for it.
Luck looking to throw on 1st and 10. And he scrambles around, but he will still take that sack. Montez Sweat.
And I think that was the first sack of the day for the Redskins, if I'm not mistaken. So we almost went through the entire first half without Prime coming down to a sack. He even almost evaded that one. So you can see his quick attack game plan has worked out very well. I was a little worried that he was going to stick to his traditional downfield attack. He's adjusted well for his opponent, showing great respect, and having a good game plan.
Here's Luck to throw again. He's got some time, and he'll throw on the run. Nearly picked off. That was a dangerous throw, but it goes incomplete.
Honestly, I wouldn't have thrown that there because Nicholson could have potentially gone up there to pick that off, depending on how the force was or how the ball was led. That is Montez Sweat. He's going to be one of the fastest guys on the field, regardless of position. So dangerous attempt. He doesn't pay for it, but now we've got 3rd and long. Watch out for that pass rush, as they're going to be playing coverage on defense.
Minute 16 left in the first half. Here's Luck, man in motion. Dropping back to pass. Looking, under pressure, and he'll go down. And he fumbles, but it's recovered by the Colts.
Yep, that's where that dangerous pass rush starts to come into play. Honestly, this is where Sunday always finds himself. He's got a small amount of time left at the end of the first half because of a huge sack to force essentially a turnover with a punt. and he almost always converts here. And this is where he wins his big games. But that's also what Prime likes to do. He always says, win the last 2 minutes of both halves, and you win the game. So this drive here is huge to set the tone for the rest of the game.
A good 60, 70-yard punt there from the Colts. Punter Tremont Smith couldn't get to it. So here comes the Redskins. The ball on their own 32-yard line. They've got 1 minute and 4 seconds to work with. Haskins out of the shotgun. 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Looking around. Got some time. And that looks like it's going to be a pass interference on the Colts, and it is.
He got bailed. That is not a Super Bowl offensive play right there. He had one read, and he just hoped that his guy could beat the other guy in a short field stacked defensive formation. I don't know that I've ever seen him run that play before. That's not something I would expect to see in this big of a game, but he does get the pass interference. He's on the Colts side of the field, and we're going to see if he can come out with points.
Yeah, I agree. That was a one-read throw for sure, but he got the RNG. Anyways, here's Haskins looking. He's got a man on the drag that's done with the reception. Good pickup of about 8 or 9.
And Prime's going to give him that right now. That was a gain of about 8. He's got time coming off. You're going to waste 14-plus seconds there, and we're going to see what happens next.
Haskins looking. He's picked off by Merritt again.
So, again, I think he's just got this clock ticking in his head. He didn't give enough time for Prime's user to pick a route. You saw him coming. What Haskins saw there, what Sunday saw there, was that he expected the linebacker to be running with the dig. Clearly, he saw the corner, though. He saw it, baited it open, and then capitalized on it. Really not great play, great decision-making from a guy that has honestly played excellently because of his decision-making in his reads. But he doesn't exactly play a user to Prime's caliber very often.
Yeah, it is worth noting that Haskins was ranked the number 1 quarterback in the league this season. Here's Campbell. He'll fumble, picked up by the Redskins. And they're going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown. What a play.
And that's one that's tough because now you've got it to where it looks like the Redskins won the end of the first half. They're going to tie this up to end the half, most likely, of course, despite Prime making a great user play and then the Redskins getting bailed out. First with a pass interference, but then with a forced fumble. If it was a lesser player than Prime, I would expect emotion to start to come into play. But this is a man that's been in the situation multiple times. He knows how to play. He's been under the fire. I don't expect it to affect him much.
Here's Jakeem Grant on the return. Gets it up over the 30-yard line, but brought down at the 33. So now here comes Andrew Luck. 23 seconds left in the half. 2 timeouts to work with. 5 wide out of the shotgun for Andrew Luck. Dropping back to pass. Looking. Going deep. He's got a man, and it's open. Paris Campbell touchdown. There's your redemption.
And that, as funny as it is that Washington always gets those forced fumbles at the end of half, for whatever reason, people always let Prime get a go route completely wide open to Campbell. Like, there's nothing else to cover as he shanks this PAT in traditional Prime fashion. There's nothing left to cover in that situation except deep. There's 20 seconds left. Why are you not backed up? Why are you giving him the situation where his guy can just run past you? I don't understand it, but every single big game Prime plays in, he has that happen at least once or twice a game.
Yeah, so back-to-back plays there. You can say Paris Campbell scores a touchdown, 1 for the defense, 1 for the offense. It still turns into a 1-point swing thanks to the missed PAT. But now here's Haskins 5 wide, 16 seconds now on the clock. Can he strike back? Man in motion, another man in motion. Here comes Waters. Gets a snap off looking, and he finds Dunn on the slant. Good gain, but with so little time on the clock, I don't know if that was worth it.
The only thing I can think of is he was expecting to see a certain look, did not get that look, so he just wanted to get out, be able to reset, and try to, have different things available to him the next time around. He does still have 12 seconds. He needs to get into field goal range with only 1 timeout left, though.
Tremont Smith in the backfield, 3 to his left for Haskins. Looking to throw. He's got some time, and it's picked off again. Malik Hooker.
So what happened there was actually that post was wide open. He just waited way too long. So many guys are afraid to throw that post route early on the break because occasionally the corner will jump it. You cannot, though, against cover three, let that ball hang up there because the safety will undercut it, will take it away, and will have an interception like this. 5 seconds and 2 timeouts will Prime get into field goal range.
This looks like an Aaron Jones run, and that should warrant a timeout. And we got one more play left in this first half. Yeah, so I'm expecting just a chuck it deep Hail Mary here. You know, worst comes to worst, it's incomplete and you take it to half.
Yeah, we'll see what he tries to do here. I would expect there's the backed off front. We'll see if he can get a sack fumble maybe.
Here's Luck. Aaron Jones in the backfield blocking, and Luck will go down. Uchenna Nwosu, welcome to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and that's one where if you do that little handoff at the beginning the first time, you have to do it again the second time. You never want to be in a situation against this Redskins pass rush where you just have to try to chunk it up deep. Put yourself in a friendly situation one way or the other. Stick to it. Don't try to do both like he did there.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll take us to halftime. Now, following the third quarter kickoff, thanks to Madden not allowing us to pause right now, we're going to take it down to the sideline with Coach Pauly, who will conduct an interview following this kickoff. Let's see what happens. Jakeem Grant deep for the Colts to get the third quarter underway. He'll bring it out, and nothing there. He'll be brought down at the 21. So now we are going to see that pause, and let's see if they are ready for us. Let's take it to Coach Pauly. Ready for us. What's going on, Coach Paul? Welcome to the Super Bowl. What's going on, Coach Paul? Welcome to the Super Bowl.
Hey, guys. How you doing, man? This is a hell of a game so far. You know, I'm stoked.
Hey, real fast, there is an echo, so go ahead and mute your stream.
Yep, I'm here.
All right, go for it.
All right, we got Sunday squad here. Sunday, you there?
Yep.
Sunday. Great game so far. You know, it's been a tight game. He lost his RB Ziegler out for the game. Did you notice that going in?
Yeah, I saw it, but I mean, I got to focus on stopping the run better.
Yep, and what adjustments do you have to make in order to take this game in dramatic fashion, come down the third and fourth quarter?
Honestly, I think it just comes down to decision-making on offense. Too many interceptions. If I can clean it up, I think I can win this game.
Is there anything that Prime's doing that's surprising you more?
No.
Last question.
No, not at all.
All right. Hey, Coach, good luck in the second half, and give it all you got.
All right, thanks, Paulie.
Prime, are you there? Coach Prime.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Coach, this is the 15-time champion here. We're talking cool as the other side of the pillow right here, folks. Is there anything coming into this game that you didn't expect so far?
No, not really. Just good pass rush, throwing the ball well. Big hitters, obviously, we learned that the hard way. We had conservative carry on, but it still didn't work. That's all right, though. You know, we got the lead, and that's all that matters.
Now, you seem to be coming into this game with a strategy of pounding the run game, as most thought you would. But with your number one RB, you know, will anything change in the second half?
We're gonna roll with the punches. We're gonna see what works. It's all down and distance situation here. We gotta score to start this half, get a 2-score lead, and I think we'll be all right.
Hey, Prime, you know, in the second half, you know, you have the lead going in. This is a big drive. You know, big drive here. If you score, you know, I think the game is over. You know, what do you think about the next upcoming drive?
Yeah, we got a field goal makes it a 2-score game, but we want that touchdown.
All right, Prime, I'll let you get back to your halftime preparations. It was a pleasure, and good luck in the second half.
Thanks, Polly.
No problem. Back up to you guys in the booth. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Coach Paul. All right, QB, that was our halftime show, and we are about to get back underway for the third quarter of this 31st Super Bowl in SML history. And QB may be AFK.
Nope.
No, he's still there. All right, give me your keys for the second half while we're waiting for this to resume.
Well, honestly, for the Redskins to come back and win this game, they need to keep doing what they're doing, keep running the same route combinations that they're running, but actually hit the open guy, understand what Prime is trying to do on defense, and just exploit it instead of trying to force it to McLaurin. For the Colts, what they need to do is keep hitting the running back both in the ground game and in the passing game, and he should be able to control this game.
All right, now here we go. Here's Aaron Jones. Nothing there, stuffed immediately.
That is the one negative about this inside zone, is that you have that probably overstorm brave blitz look. They're able to take away both your cutback and the forward run. So that's a situation where you can be taken away. But if you're able to bounce it outside, it's usually a big run. Tough to take that up in the middle.
Here comes Andrew Luck out of the shotgun again. Aaron Jones still in the backfield looking to throw. He's got a blitz, but he's got a man open, Joel Tarrant. That'll be a nice gain of about 8 to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, so you would expect here either an inside zone or some play where Prime's trying to set up a drag route to get the first down. One thing I will say is that Sunday does a good job taking away drags, although he hasn't necessarily to this point in the game. So he may make that adjustment here on 3rd down to try to take away the drag, which would open up an in route over the middle of the field if this isn't an inside zone.
3rd and 2, big play for the Colts. Andrew Luck under pressure, looking incomplete. Nearly caught it, but it was knocked out by the defensive back. Big stop for the Redskins. That'll bring up a 4th and 2.
I didn't notice if that was an adjustment or not, but you never want that drag that he was probably looking for and the angle to take up the same space. You had the Redskins user being able to take away both of those routes because they were in the same area. You have to send one way, one the other. Don't let him overlap coverage like that. Prime was forced to force the pass, and luckily he didn't pay for it, but he will have to punt.
A good punt there all the way down to the 12-yard line. So now here's Dwayne Haskins Jr. on 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. He's got 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Darius Geis in the backfield. I'm sorry, 2 to the right. Didn't see him because of the play call. Here's Haskins to throw. Look, and he's got Waters open, and that's a gain of about 7 or 8.
Yeah, honestly, that was really good coverage for what Sunday wanted to do there. Being able to get 7 yards out of that drag is actually a huge win, being able to have 2nd and short here, but he does need to try to attack the right windows and vary up his route combinations.
Here's Haskins to throw again. He's got a man open. Shaw with the reception. Nothing there.
I think that's just another case of hearing footsteps. He had all day. I believe that post that was crossing would have been open. You saw the linebacker trying to take away the corner, which is usually a good call, but that deep outside pocket on the far side of the field would have most likely been void. Being able to take advantage of that is usually something he's very good at. Did not look to get it here.
So once again, here's 3rd down. Darius Geis shakes a man off, but nothing there, and the Colts come up with the stop.
I'm always surprised when guys run inside zone against that either 4-3 over or 52 front. It's really hard to get it's really hard to clean up all those blockers, and then the linebackers kind of roam in the backside. You usually need to adjust to a pass play in that situation.
Jakeem Grant gets blown up there. Bailey's the punter for the Redskins, excuse me. Andrew Luck now on 1st and 10. Aaron Jones in the backfield.
Watch stretch right side.
Aaron Jones up the middle. Aaron Jones is going to take it. Touchdown, Colts. I'm calling it. Touchdown, Colts.
So actually that was a good job. I'm not sure if, again, adjustments were made or what the situation was. But against that man blitz, you want to be able to attack downhill like that halfback dive, make one guy miss, which he did with a little shimmy to get rid of the safety, and that's a big play. Here's the infamous 2-point attempt for Prime.
Yeah, here comes Luck for the 2-point conversion, maybe trying to make up for that missed PAT. Luck looking to throw, and he'll go down immediately. Montez Sweat.
Yeah, anytime you have more pass rushers than you do blockers against this Redskins defense, you have to almost immediately throw the check down to the running back. Tough situation. He thought he may have had time to get it off. He tried to throw it, was not able to. Loses the 2 points there, but this is still a 12-point game. 2 scores to try to get up there, and we will see what the Washington plan of attack is.
Yeah, so that one will go out of the back of the end zone. No chance to return it for Tremont Smith. Haskins on our center out of I for him. Darius Geis is going to get the handoff. He's got some space, but defense closes up quickly for a gain of 3.
And that's one where Sunday has been a good rusher. I would have expected him to try to cut on the inside of that pulling tackle there. I'm not really sure what he expected to get bouncing it that outside for that long. The edge was set. I don't know what's really going through Sunday's head right now.
Yeah, that looked like it could have been a big gain, but defense closed up quickly. Shaw goes in motion to the left side. Here's Haskins, 2 in the backfield now with Waters off to his right. And he's going to go down. Big sack.
There was that angle route again. You saw Prime properly adjust to it this time. The purpose of those routes on the left side are cover 3 checks to see if you can get the seam open, but really it's a clear out route in order for that angle to come in underneath and get some rack. Prime noticed it, took it away, and then that's a huge sack.
Haskins on 3rd and 14. He's got plenty of time to throw. Looking deep for McLaurin, and it's swatted away by the defense.
Yeah, that looks like a little game shark there, because I know if I would have played coverage like that, there would have been a flag for pass interference, but he forced Sunday to just throw it up to his stud. He was able to take it away with his own defensive stud, and we've got another punt here in the second half.
Yeah, so 4 minutes into the third quarter, we've got 3 punts already.
And I've seen a couple of people mention Prime's cover 2. Prime has actually been running less cover 2 in this game than he has in almost any other game I've seen. He's another one of the guys that runs a lot of cover 6 and cover 3 cloud, which is something that I really love. So just don't expect it to be as easy as it looks out here, guys.
Here's looking. He's got Campbell for a gain of about 3 or 4. That looked like
all his options were taken away. He was able to scramble, take the check down. You get 4 yards. That's just, a quick check down, keep yourself alive, avoid a sack, avoid an interception, and keep moving the ball downfield.
Yeah, that's positive yards. You could have probably gotten about the same amount on a scramble, but you keep Luck safe. Here's Luck dropping back to throw. He's got Campbell open, and that'll pick up a first down.
He had Campbell open. He had the drag open. It's very dangerous against this Colts offense to try to continue to run cover 0 blitzes. He will be able to recognize them. He will be able to capitalize on them. And honestly, this Redskins defense is built to get penetration no matter what. So I would like to see him move away from it.
Here's Jones. Maybe had something to the outside, but nothing up the middle there, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't blame Prime there. Because it was that double A gap look, normally that straight up the gut 0 gap run is what really pays off for you. But for whatever reason this time they didn't get that penetration, so that off tackle run was there. Just weird how that played out, but don't blame him.
Here's Jones to the right side. He'll be brought down by a lit up X Factor Montez Sweat.
That's a strong run to get it to 3rd and short. Again, I would expect to see maybe an out route, a drag route, or an inside zone play to try to take advantage of what he expects to see this front end. With this 3-3-5, I would almost expect an audible to an inside zone if it wasn't already called.
Here's Aaron Jones up the middle and stopped short.
Yeah, one of the things you have to watch out for is if they're putting pressure on that A gap, then a weak side guard can't protect against a pursuing linebacker, like was that the case there. So you can't cut back in that situation. If the A gap, if that inside is actually open, then you can cut back. But because of how the defense was attacking, the offensive line had to work strong side. The cutback wasn't there. He went for it anyway, got stopped, but we've got a 4th down attempt for Prime.
This is legal. Here come the Colts looking for the kill. Cover 2 look out of the Redskins. Here's Luck to throw. Looking, he's got the drag. Bounces off a man, and he stops short.
Yeah, for those of you wondering at home, if you're beyond your opponent's 45-yard line, it needs to be 4th and 3 or less. So that is a clean play, clean 4th down attempt. It was taken away, though. Huge potential for the Redskins to come back in this game now.
Haskins dropping back. He's got some time and nearly picked off once again. Alfonso Merritt has been all over the place today.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what it is Sunday's not used to going up against a linebacker that has the speed that Merritt does, but you would think he'd pick up on it eventually. He's really trying to force the ball to McLaren, though, far more than he needs to.
Haskins looking to throw again. He's got a curl route to Dante Pettis open for the first down.
That was an actual read there. That's more of what you want to see. He read that slot cover guy on the left side. He saw that it went with the seam, so he hit the curl. That's an actual progression. That's what we're used to seeing from Sunday in this Redskins offense. He needs to get back to that if he wants to have a chance at coming back in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, I agree. This has not looked like the Sunday that we all know. Has looked totally out of his element right now, and you wouldn't think of that as somebody already in their third Super Bowl in 3 seasons.
There were guys that said that he had issues, that he didn't take the Super Bowl seriously last time as McLaurin gets the RPO catch for another first down. You have to wonder, is he having issues in this big game? Is it because it's a big game? Is it because it's the Super Bowl? Does he just not take the game seriously? Is he nervous? What's the problem? Because this is not the Redskins team that we're used to.
We're into the fourth quarter. Here's Darius Geis for almost nothing, about 2 yards.
Yeah, and that's not even a traditional run that this Redskins team likes to use. You have to be concerned about trying to be in a situation where you're just seeing what works. Stay in your element. Even if it's not necessarily working for you, you have to hit what you know in big games. Dance with those that got you here.
Haskins dropping back again, looking. He's got plenty of time to throw. Looking deep, dangerous throw, but Tremont Smith makes a catch for a first down.
Definitely lucky, fortunate at the very least that was not an interception. Again, what he was trying to do there is route combinations was attacking cover 2. When you read that it's cover 3, though, you have to make those adjustments. He's not doing that here.
Watch Pettis here on the left side in the seam. Here's Haskins to throw, looking, and he will go down, coverage, sack.
That is my absolute favorite route combination in the game, and it worked beautifully. It was cover 2. You saw the safeties lined up over the numbers. He had the post wide open with the linebacker taking away that hook. He just wasn't confident enough in it, did not take the chance in the end zone, and he got sacked.
2nd and 20 for Haskins, looking for Tremont Smith and dropped. So 3rd and 20 coming up.
Let's see. So it's a 12-point game. 3 points still doesn't make it a 1-point game. You have to consider trying to just get it into 4th and manageable in this situation because a field goal doesn't do you a whole ton of good.
Yeah, I think plenty of time left. You maybe think about the field goal, but you definitely need points of some sort here, and nearly picked up, but out of bounds for Dante Pettis on the corner route.
And here you have to kick the field goal. To me, there's not a whole lot of point in going for it, although it does look like he's going to. He's in a situation where he's not sure if he's going to get the ball back more than once after this. He's going for it.
Big 4th down coming up for the Redskins. 4th and 20 for Dwayne Haskins. Tremont Smith in the backfield looking, and he's got a man open. That's Waters for the first down.
That was perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for him to do earlier. You basically wait just long enough so that you allow that linebacker, allow that user to commit, and then you punish him. So he's seen that Prime has done a good job taking away something and then going to take away something else. He allowed it to progress, took advantage of it, first down.
1st and goal for Darius Geis, and he will lose a yard, if not get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's one where you get frustrated because he had that if that defensive end didn't block shed.
Hurry up offense for the Washington Redskins. Here is Dwayne Haskins out of the pistol, looking, and brought down. Kamoko Toure again.
I'm not sure why he adjusted to slants against cover 2 there. Cover 2 is one of the best things to take away quick slants. If you give them time to cross the entire field, you can take advantage of it, but I'm not sure what he read. The safeties were clearly showing cover 2.
Just like that, we got 3rd and goal for the Redskins. Looking, he's got Tremont Smith with the reception. Generous spot for the Colts there. That'll be up 4th and goal from the 5-yard line. Now you got 3 minutes left. You have to go for it.
Yeah, and that's one where he used his favorite angle route that he loves to use. He wanted to get it to 4th and manageable. You absolutely have to go for it with 3 minutes left in this game. But is he going to have what it takes? Is he going to be able to read the defense that the Colts are going to show up in?
2 to his left, 2 to his right. Dwayne Haskins with Tremont Smith in the backfield looking. Time to throw, and he will find McLaurin. Touchdown, Redskins.
I was honestly worried he wasn't going to see it in time. As soon as you see the safeties clear out and you see that user stay up the middle, you have to immediately throw that ball. He waited for the break, which worked out okay. He did have enough time. This 2-point, he's going to go for the 1 point.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, we got a 5-point game here in the Super Bowl.
I'm not so sure about that 1-point conversion attempt. If you go for 2 and then go up a touchdown later, then that gives you a 3-point lead, which means something. If you fail the 2 and then score a touchdown later, then you're still at 6 points. I guess what it does here is if there's a field goal, it still keeps it a 1-score game, but you want to be able to play aggressive here and try to get a stop. We'll see if he's able to take away the run game. I would expect a stretch play here.
Heavy set for Luck on 1st and 10. He'll hand off to Aaron Jones right up the middle. He got plenty of space, and that'll be a pickup of about 9 yards.
That is a huge changeup, I'm telling you, from this Colts offense. He's run that stretch maybe once, and he's really been taking advantage of those inside runs. I'm not sure if he's trying to exploit a missing Redskins defender or what he's doing, but he's doing a great job hitting holes, whether they're blitzing or not.
Heavy set again, this time with 2 wide receivers. Here's Aaron Jones up the middle, nothing there.
And so he does take another timeout. What's dangerous about taking those timeouts there is now you're in a situation where if Prime converts this, then you're in deep trouble, as you only have 1 timeout left to stop essentially what's going to be getting you down to about a minute left in the game. The Redskins do have a high-powered offense to be able to take advantage of that. He's going to go with a cover 0 look, I believe, against 3 wide. Will this be a pass or a run?
We got 4 wide. We got Engage 8 coming up. And the Colts pick up the first down.
And that's not game, but that's going to put him in a really bad situation. Now I would definitely expect a stretch, because what you want to do is knock it off to where by the end of the play, it's less than 2 minutes and 40 seconds, so you can simply allow the 2-minute warning to hit. He may end up trying to hit Jones on an inside run here, allow that to develop, but the Redskins are in a tough situation.
So you're assuming the next play takes us to the 2-minute warning. After that, you think if you get the stop, maybe you get 40 seconds left, if that. Nothing there for, I think that was Deontay Foreman finally coming into the game. 2nd and 12 coming up.
Yeah, so he should clearly just allow this to go out. He should just have 2 clock, pick a play, let it roll, come down to the 2-minute warning, and then he's got 2 plays to try to get a first down and ice this game.
Yeah, if Prime snaps this before the 2-minute warning, I'll be shocked. And there's your 2-minute warning here in the Super Bowl. We got a 5-point game rather. 2nd and 12 for the Redskins. No timeouts left. A first down here will end it. Redskins need some stops, and then they got to work with what they got, which will be about 30 seconds should they get the stop. Here's Jones with the carry. Nothing there again, and he'll be brought down for a loss. 3rd and 13.
I'm not really sure why he tried to cut it up so early. He did have the receiver blocking there. Bouncing it outside definitely would have given him a larger window, and it would have chewed more time off the clock. Even if you're talking about 2 to 4 seconds extra, that's really valuable, because now it's 3rd and 13, and does he run to try to chew clock, or is he going to try to get this first down?
I think there's no choice. You got to run it here, because you can't. I mean, the Redskins don't have any timeouts. You got to want to take as much time off the clock for them as possible. You got to run here. Here's Luck. Fake touch pass, and he's got some space, but he'll go down short. So that brings up 4th and 5.
And that's a huge play for Prime, being able to get that much yardage. He's now going to be able to get a coffin corner punt potentially, set himself up to where Washington has to drive the entire field in about 50. Actually, no, that's true. We do have a running clock. He's going to have about 25 seconds to drive 90 yards or so. That's tough.
So if you're the Colts, you punt it here when it gets down to 2, or you just take the penalty?
Because he gained those yardage, I punt it when it comes down to about 2 or 3, because to me, the possibility of that coffin corner punt is so demoralizing. I can understand wanting the extra second or 2, though.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez with the punt. Good punt, great punt, best punt of his career down to the 3-yard line.
And that's exactly what he wanted. 30 seconds left. He's got to go 97 yards. Do not make the same mistake that Sunday made at the end of the first half. Make sure that you have that coverage backed off, and I would expect, especially when McLaurin is in the slot, for the linebacker user to try to take it away and double cover him, give him a little bracket coverage.
Haskins out of his own end zone. We got 30 seconds left, no timeouts. This is where legends are made or where legends die. 1st and 10 for the Redskins. 97 yards to go to crown the champion. Haskins dropping back to pass, looking plenty of time to throw, looking deep. It's going to be a jump ball. Caught! Terry McLaurin's going to score! Touchdown Redskins!
All I'm going to say is he should have covered him with the user. That is, I'm just going to say unfortunate for Prime, but you do not allow that to be a one-on-one jump ball. You have to get over there with your user. He allowed Madden screwery to put him in a bad situation. Whew, that's rough in the Super Bowl.
One play, 97 yards, touchdown Redskins. Dante Pettis with the tip drill to Terry McLaurin. Here's Haskins going for 2. Let's make it a field goal game. Haskins dropping back, looking to pass. He's got time to throw, and he's open and nearly that tip drill again, but incomplete.
All right. Prime is Mr. One play, big touchdown. This game is not over. Do not turn your dial. Do not step away from your television. If anyone's going to score in this situation, it's these two teams. So watch for Campbell somehow magically on a go route to get completely wide open for no reason, because that's exactly what Prime does.
So, in what may be the last game of Andrew Luck's career, he's got 3 timeouts. He's got 18 seconds. He's got to go about 35, 40, 45 yards to get into field goal range and win the Super Bowl. We got a pause coming up here. I don't know what that's about, but we will resume shortly. Huge play from the Redskins there on that last touchdown pass. And this might be the best ending to a Super Bowl we're ever about to witness.
I don't have any analysis for you. I know that's kind of my role here, is to give some color commentary on what we see happen out on the field, but there's not much more I can say outside of just look what just happened.
5 wide for Andrew Luck. Now, you do have 3 timeouts. You can work on the inside. So, never count the Colts out here. Looking to the outside, Joel Tarrant, and is brought down inbounds. Quick timeout there for the Colts. 13 seconds left. You need about 25 yards for field goal range.
Campbell was wide open in the seam that last play. I would expect him to try to look toward him this time too.
Here's Andrew Luck. I am shaking with nervousness up here in the booth. Joel Tarrant with the catch. Quick timeout once again. And look at that. The Colts are maybe 9 to 15 yards away from being in field goal range with 8 seconds left. This play right here is going to be, if not your second to last play of the game. Here's Luck to throw. He's got a man open, nearly picked off.
All right, so there's not enough time here. He has to go for the end zone. I can't foresee a way to only have 2 seconds come off unless it's a really quick run. So this is going to be curious to see what he tries to do to attack it here.
Possibly the last play of his career. Andrew Luck out of the pistol formation. 1 to his left, 1 to his right. Redskins look like they're going to be sending a blitz. Here's Andrew Luck to throw, looking deep. He's got Campbell, and he'll be brought down. The Washington Redskins are SML champions.
You can't have the out route go that far. You only had 3 seconds. I understand going for the out there. He went to the short side, which is what you're supposed to do, but you can't allow that much time to go off the clock. That's got to be. I've seen some crazy endings in my Madden career. I've been on both sides of them. That's got to be the craziest ending I've ever seen in Madden.
Yeah, we dubbed, I think it was Super Bowl 28, the game of the century before that game even started. I'm taking that title. I'm putting it on this one. This was the best SML Super Bowl I've ever witnessed. The Washington Redskins just went from down 12 points in the third quarter, maybe even in the fourth quarter. I don't even remember. I'm too flustered at this point. And came back and won by a point on a 97-yard pass. What a game.
There's no words for it. It was something else. Probably nothing like we'll ever see again. This is why we're here, though. We're here for the major moments, as Quentin Wayne is named the player of the game for a touchdown that he scored. I don't have words.
Wow. I can't. I've got nothing to say but wow. What a game. I sound like a broken record at this point. Dwayne Haskins, Darius Geis, Terry McLaurin up there. I think that's Cole Holcomb holding the trophy for the Redskins. Second title in 3 years. Only been in the league for 3 years. And they've got 2 Simbardi trophies now. What a season. Couldn't ask for a better ending to this season. And I mean, what a game.
How does this affect your psyche? With someone with as much confidence and cockiness, if we're being honest, as Prime, how does he handle this? Because he had this game all but won until Madden stepped in a couple of times, if we're being honest, and took the game away from him. Now, we know that he's going to have a little bit of class in the meantime. Immediately after the game, he's going to tell Sunday, hey, you played great. It was great playing you. You're such a champion. But we know that he's going to start having these snide little offhanded remarks as time goes by. How will he handle this? And the question is going to be asked, not by me, maybe not by you, and probably not by Prime, but is he done with winning some Bardies in his SML career?
Look, you can never count the man out. He's never past his prime, pun intended or not, I don't care. Yeah, Prime's not done. He's going to come back, and he's going to be on fire next season. But enough about the Colts. Let's talk about your champion Redskins, 19-0, undefeated. Just the third or fourth time that has happened in SML history. An amazing season. A couple close calls there at the end, but came out 19-0, and everyone knows you don't go undefeated without a little bit of luck going your way, and that's what happened. Your Washington Redskins are Super Bowl champions. They're on the SML throne for the second time in 3 seasons. Does it look like anybody's going to knock them off anytime soon? No, it doesn't. So, Super Bowl 32, let's see what we got.
Company excluded, right?
Current company excluded.
There we go. All right, I'm good then.
You had to throw that one in. You've been not even defending Super Bowl champion now for, 2 minutes, and you had to throw that one in there. Couldn't let us forget.
As a champion, I will be graceful, but as someone that was in the past, I have to make sure no one forgets it.
Hey, look, it's that was Super Bowl 30. We're on to season 32 already, all right? All right, guys, I think that about does it for us. We're about to advance to the re-sign stage for season 32 coming up. Free agency will start at, I believe, 8 p.m. tomorrow night. That would be Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, for when free agency will open. Get your re-signs in, and we're excited to start the final season of Madden 20. Looking forward to the future. Thanks again to everybody coming and watching. Thank you to Coach Paul down on the field. Thank you, QB Stud. Signing off. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next season.
Thanks, guys.